Jenny and Jeremy, breaking the ice, breaking the ice, breaking the ice. Jenny and Jeremy, breaking the ice, breaking the ice.
Hey guys, greetings from beautiful Lake Tahoe, California, where I am far away from the confines of a convention center and the likes of the many technology conferences and other kinds of conferences I've been to in my career. Thinking back on those and all the swag that I've gotten, I've probably received hundreds of pieces of swag from these kinds of conferences over the years, most of which are no longer in my life. But what is still in my life is this Digital Think insulated lunch bag. Digital Think was a company that is no longer, but this piece of swag is still around almost 20 years later. It's still in very frequent use in our household. So I have to say this probably is one of my favorites, just given the fact that just purely for longevity. And I have to give a shout out to my dear friend Allison Saget, who is an event marketing genius and always picked the greatest swag items that would be most coveted at the booth of any conference that we would attend.
Favorite swag I've ever received at a conference, it was at the ICMI Expo last May in Orlando, and HDI was there, and they were giving out these little rubber duckies that were like call center duckies, a little headset. And I took one and I gave it to my 1-year-old niece once I got home. She loves it. We call it business duck. Every single bath, that duck has to be in there. In fact, the next demo, ICMI demo, I picked up another one, so now she has 2. So she will always have business duck with her in every bath.
All right, for me it's a tie, and not just because we're breaking the ice with Monica Norton this week, but also Zendesk gives the best swag, and this is one of my favorite things. It's just a bag within a bag, and I keep it in my backpack, and anytime I forget a shopping bag or just need to carry extra stuff, I pull out my little Zendesk bag within a bag. The other thing, which I don't have on me right now, is this cool ICMI travel power strip. I love it. It's so compact, but if I need extra outlets, it's just the perfect thing.
Okay, so the relational people and the data and analytics people, can they ever get along? Can they occupy the same space? Yes, they can. So as a liberal arts major who has a great and deep appreciation for data and analytics, I can say that these two things are super complementary. And the thing that I would recommend is if you're a relational person and you're working with a lot of data and analytics driven people, the best way to win their hearts is to show that those things, the relational things that you care about and that you intuitively know are important to the business, do actually have an impact on the business. And you can get hard data to show those things. So definitely befriend, the data people in your company, the researchers. If you don't have people like that, there are tons of third-party organizations that provide that service. And then set about quantifying the value that those relational activities and the relationships have on the bottom line. And that was the fastest way to reach any analyst's heart or any executive's heart for that matter. Show the business impact. It can be done. We've done this before. We've looked into squishy things like, does volunteering as a team have an impact on customer service? And we found things like, agents who volunteer more are perceived to be more empathetic by their peers. They more often seek out help from other people in the company when solving tickets, so they're able to solve tickets more quickly and also get to the right answer more quickly and on the first time. And then ultimately we were able to show that kind of behavior then tied back to higher CSAT scores. So there you go, a direct line between something as squishy and relational as volunteering and bottom line impact and higher CSAT scores. So it can be done, but it does take a little work, and you do need help from those data friends.
Numbers in an ops-driven world. Gosh, numbers drive me crazy. But for us relational folk, when we look at numbers, look at them as if they're telling a story. So this has really helped me deal with metrics and all that type of stuff. I look at the numbers and I think, what story do these numbers tell me? about the people that we're interacting with, about the people that are visiting our site, about the people that we're ultimately helping, and how are these numbers going to allow me to help them even better. And when I look at it from that perspective, it doesn't seem so bleh.
It can be a challenge to be a relational person in an ops-driven world. But one thing, as organizations grow and mature, the ability to make good analytically driven decisions is really important. But where us relational people can help out is we can remember how this impacts real people and communicate that at all levels within our organizations. I actually just wrote a blog post about this, about using our resources. And one thing I've learned is, and some of this comes from one of my favorite tools, StrengthsFinder, is that I can partner with people who are great with analytics, great at looking at things a different way than me, and they can help me take, my relational approach and add a good business case behind it, good analytics to prove what I'm asking for.